Allah is an algorithm. Allah is an algorithm. How? As the only unchanging variable, at the same time change. As identity. No matter who it's with, as space, no matter who it's with and as. Identity is space's inherent active and progressive relationship to itself as positive, as an unchanging body's nature, as a value. A body, the only clear value as space. As space's identity is ours. It's why we share it. It's why we don't see it. It's why Earth has no criminal persuasions, especially no criminally legalized persuasions since semi-ancient times. This just reminds that nature shows, points, and warns, but campus ill. Just taught ill fact treatment, nature's defended. Value nature systems other, measured, needing lies. To build, engineered, misprision criminality, needing fact treatment natures with stranger sharing needs to defend, means to hide premises, lies and delusions with fact treatments as fact treatment natures. By the way, there are proofs that the Quran has demonstrated, taken in sequence. It leads to a different treatment of facts, fact treatment natures, and of our relationship to the nature's only relationship to itself as identity. It's why we have them, to understand this conversation. Positive is only positive or negative unto itself, coming through negative value nature, the clear, unchanging nature unto itself, the algorithm, Allah. How could Allah be an algorithm? An algorithm, if it doesn't change, because that's what makes change. We are quality of diffusion, positive or negative onto ourselves. That means onto ourself as the identity of space, no matter where it is, the body of consciousness, while in this phase of diffusion. Our identities are to the expansion of positive or of negative value nature. And that perfects. That's what causes evolution. The perfection of consciousness onto itself. The value of that as a semi-nature value of its complete value, like it's like an organ of its body, like our mind. So this also animates the ancient snowman people in the halos of correlation, as we'll see, and with the language between it. You see, zero has a left to right nature. It is in demonstration of the right to left nature state, because how it is at zero, there are three natures of zero. This is not just for organization, we're with the comma. This is because the three natures stay manifest inherently, actively, and progressively. We'll learn just as algebraic consciousness, as an identity of the sciences, as space. You'll learn your English. English is designed to teach about space, nature, and its relationship to itself, which is only positive or negative. And we've only neutral to being positive or negative relationship to ourselves. It's an organized crime breaching method, employed fact treatment natures with criminally legalized criminal persuasions. I don't just say that because it sounds cool. This is a virus with our species. Ask our leaders. They come to that position. See, then they have to negotiate values in relationship to four shared markets positions, four shared by our allies who were victims of the same internation criminal sciences that were entrenched in America since before our founders' births, since before George Washington was born. An organized crime method that was inter-science was already entrenched in what is now Connecticut. It had already taken the Native Americans to ulterior from natural education and to roles defending identities other than its course. and not by and not by that just let that employed, that cultivated, and that's the propagation of the evil from which our nation rose, with overt internation criminal enterprise too, juxtaposed with the overt, and with not so overt, more insidiously juxtaposed interbranch, foreign influence, fact treatment natures, tall areas, blaming on other. That's what it was set up to do. Not even kings and queens to understand. Or just to understand that they have to react to terror. Why? How? Because they have to react to Marxist positions that are unstable. How could they be stable when every nation was forced to begin it and forced to share it, corrupt and educated by what would only let the sophistication through predatory areas, methods by ancient revelations, meaning internation sciences. Internation sciences was criminally re-engineered. We must understand first that how they use this method upon the Native Americans. See, and understanding that reveals treatments of fact treatment natures, evolved as this nature, standing so people can't take that. It's uncomfortable. We're on an ulterior from natural value nature system. We have to claim the bottoms here, lock them down, the markets, even, the suburbs, forget about it. They invented these houses with colonization, with its crazy laws. Specifically, they're really scary people. If you even were found out to have conversations about building infrastructure outside of internation monitored database relationships before computers. Now, computers are new to this generation of elders, and that was what is worse than uncharged. We're not understanding how it's employed, how they can read that. They have identities forged in relationship to contrast, only lead trained, not in relationship to value self, the identity, space natures. All values are this at once. Physical delusions say that more things are different than the same. Look how there is more space than every other value in as it. Look how it can be sequenced, the nature, at the same time, being positive. All identity is one.